Hello everyone, this is Monica Deshmane here from HV Desai College. Today we learn some concepts regarding the mobile technology under which we have to learn iOS, that is iPhone operating system, and under which again we have to learn the Xcode. What is Xcode? It is a platform on which we can run our iOS applications. So in this PPT, what we learn is, first of all, we'll see the highlight points, introduction to Xcode, the basic idea behind Xcode, various areas. It is divided into parts or areas that we have to learn in deep. Navigator, this is nothing but the first area, first part. Second is editor area, toolbar, debug and console, documentation, whatever we are doing or we are creating as a file in Xcode platform. So that related concepts you have to learn. Simulator, which is a emulator device, same as in an Android, we learned. So this is a device on which we can run our code, which will be looks like same as your iPhone or iOS related devices. Instruments. So what is Xcode? The Xcode is application, or it is an interface to build the application or the project which can be run on iPhone, iPad, Macs, Apple TV and Apple Watch. Means related to the iOS, whatever the devices I use, on that it can run the application. So what are the basic requirements regarding the Xcode? So while downloading the Xcode, we need Mac OS 10.14.4 or above. Basically, alternative programs or alternative options also available, but still we require this as a primary resource. Then approximate 7.6 GB hard disk drive space we need. Now this is when we download the Xcode. This is a welcome screen which appears, in which we can start with the playground. So what do you mean by playground? So here is the option. We can choose from the file menu, new, then playground. So basically playground is a lightweight editor in which we can code for the Xcode, or which will run on the Xcode. The code is basically of Swift language. We learned Swift language again previously. That code you have to write in this editor area, which is provided by the playground. So we can create or save any file or project under this playground, which is a lightweight editor, as I told you before. So now, what are the parts of the playground screen? First is the source editor, the resource. Basically, whatever the results you are going to show, means suppose whatever the status of the running or execution, that would be done at the result sidebar. Execution control, we can change the execution, means automatic execution or execution that can be done manually. So two modes are basically here. We can switch in between. Activity viewer, in which we can check whatever the ready activities in my project, whatever the activities has finished the working or execution. Then panel control, which is basically containing the 3 panels. I'll show you with the figure. So this is a typical view which is showing you the playground, and which is divided into the 5 parts, as I told you before. So source editor, this is the source editor in which we can write our code of Swift language. Result sidebar, here we can see the results. execution control, in which we can have the here actually at the bottom it will be displayed. So execution control, which is basically having what we can say, switching between the automatic or manual modes. Then next is activity viewer. It is showing you whatever the running activities. This is activity viewer. And the last is the panel control. So here are the three buttons as you can see in the figure. The left, bottom highlighted and the right highlighted. So these three buttons basically on which panel you want to show the information, extra information, to the left side, to the bottom side, or to the right side for this purpose. So this is nothing but the view of the playground. Now workspace overview of Xcode. Basically, as I told you, Xcode is divided into number of areas. So here is the figure that shows 5 areas are there. By default, 3 areas, left, middle one and right one. This is a colorful areas which is showing by the Xcode interface, and navigation area which is in a red color, debug area which looks in the green color, and utility area which will be displaying in the blue color. So basically this is a typical view in which we have to learn one by one each area in a div, what it contains actually. So first we will focus on the navigation area or navigator area. Now what do you mean by navigator area? To navigate particular controls are there. You can see here these are the buttons. Near about 8 buttons are there. So 8 navigator tools are here which are listed over here. Project navigator. We will learn one by one in a deep, but still here I'll show you. This is the project navigator which is showing you the project hierarchy. Second is a symbol navigator which is related to symbols, whatever we can include in our project. Time navigator for searching kind of. Issue navigator to show the errors and all. Test navigator for test cases. Debug navigator, this is for basically debugging purpose. And breakpoint, this is breakpoint navigator. We can set breakpoints, we can delete breakpoints. Then report navigator to show out the report. So these 8 buttons are here, 8 navigator tools are here under navigator area. So we'll learn one by one now. First, project navigator. What it is? Actually, it is showing you whatever the current files or what we can say, whichever the files are there in our project, it is showing you the hierarchy under which we can add, delete the file, we can manage any file. Then secondly here you can choose any file, you can give name of the file and so on. This basically template we can generate by using this while creating a file that is displayed over here. Now here again, second is symbol navigator. Symbol navigator is what? This is the actually button which is showing you the symbol navigator under navigator area. So under which we can pick any figures or the symbols in our project. We can browse any symbols to our project. We can manage the symbols. We can delete the symbol. Anything we can do with the symbols. Now third is the find navigator. This is the search button. Alternative key for this is Shift plus F, which is used for finding particular file under that, or quickly it is giving you the location where that particular file is located under the project, under your project. Issue navigator, this is a fourth category or fourth tool. This is the symbol which denotes the issue navigator. So whatever the issues, whenever the particular file cannot be built or particular project cannot be built, it will fail to build. At that time, it is showing you the error in the red color over here by using this issue navigator. Now next is test navigator. What it is actually? Test navigator is nothing but the Various test cases are displayed over here. We can manage, create, or run any test cases. Okay. Next is debug navigator. For debugging purpose, whenever you're running your code, whatever the execution, whatever the threads executed, or whatever the running threads are there, it is showing you the information regarding that. Okay, so this is navigator. Here it is showing you the number of threads. Now next is one more thing, debug navigator, which is under the navigator tool, and debug area is different. It's a part of your Xcode screen. As I told you, 5 parts. Navigator is divided into 5 parts. Xcode interface is divided into 5 parts, and navigator is under navigator area. This is a type debug navigator under navigator area, and this is a particular screen which showing you the debug area, which is a part of code interface. That is different one. So next is breakpoint. So this is a breakpoint navigator. So what it does basically to set out any breakpoints to our code for particular lines, we can figure out the breakpoints. So you can edit, disable, enable breakpoint. You can delete a breakpoint. So here is one more figure that is showing you how it appears. These are the disabled. So these are light, basically light in light color. This is enabled breakpoints, and this is modified. Whatever the modification I'll do to the breakpoint, it is showing you here unfilled this corner. Now next is last navigator tool, that is report navigator. Here is the report navigator button, which is showing you the report or whatever the history after building the application or building any project. The report is shown over here. Now, second area of your Xcode interface is editor area. So let us recall our same figure. First is the navigator area, under which we have learned 8 these tools or the types under navigator. Now the second area which is you have to learn is editor area, where we can write our code. So what actually this contains is. So this is a typical figure that showing you the or screenshot that showing you the how it the editor area will be displayed or how it looks like. Under area, this editor area, we are having 3 types. We can choose it from the views menu, standard editor, assistant, or version editor. So standard editor or assistant editor or version editor. So we'll see one by one once again for this particular point. Standard editor. What is it? Basically the files in editor area, whatever the selected files, currently selected file under the project, it is showing you the particular files names in this standard editor format. Second is assistant editor. Here you can see these 3 buttons also available. First is the standard editor, second is the assistant, and third is the version editor. So middle button, whenever I select, this is assistant editor mode. So what it does basically, assistant editor, which is used basically for separating the logically related contents. So here you can see the separation of the files. Whatever the logically related file, it is showing you in a different panels. Third is a version editor. It is again samely you are showing you the different panels, but according to versions, it is showing you, or according to the contents, basically for same file, it is showing you the another file with a different version, but content is same in a different panels. Now, third part of navigator Xcode interface is utility area. So, what actually utility area? Again, recall this figure, which is showing you this is the navigator area, then editor area, under which you'll get debug area, and this is nothing but right panel, which is showing you right part, which is showing you the utility area. So what it is, utility area which containing the inspector pane, library pane or library bar, and basically the inspector or file inspector, two categories under this actually. I'll show you again in the next figure here. So this is a typical view which is present at right side of your Xcode interface, which is called as a utility area. Inspector bar under which these tools are here. Basically, we have to learn according to syllabus only these two tools. First is the file inspector, second is a quick help, which we'll learn in the next slide. Okay, so this is a file inspector, which is a quick help instructor or inspector plane, and this is a inspector plane basically or pane basically, which is containing the files regarding whatever versions you are using, whatever the emulator you are using, whatever the build specific information you are using. Then here are some tools which are provided under library bar. So what this actually is, under library, you can have this file. Then second is the basically you can see these all tools are there for particular information, to get particular information. This is for file template, suppose this is for code snippet or whatever the code you are having in your project or particular file, you can see with that. Here is the third, that is related to objects. It is giving you the object or class items, and this is last, that is media files. Means it may be image file, it may be icon, it may be audio, it may be video, whatever is supported by that particular Apple device, that would be uh, information provided from here, library bar, which is a fourth button, that is, or fourth tool, that is a media. So again, I'll revise. This is the file, this is code, this is object, and this is nothing but the media. Now next is file inspector. As I told you before in previous figure, on inspector bar, there are first two buttons or first two bars or first two tools are there. First is a file inspector. This is a first file inspector, which is showing you the information related to file, means whatever the name of that particular file, whatever the type, whatever the path where it is actually located. This information can be provided over here. We can set or we can change from this. Second is quick help inspector. So this is nothing but the question mark. This is a tool which is on again inspector bar. Quick help, which is giving you the quick overview of the help, whatever the suppose view, whatever the class, whatever the methods, whatever the keywords, interfaces, whatever you have used under that particular project, it is showing you the summary. Or if I'm entering any class, it is showing you the whatever the information related to or whatever the description related to that particular class. Now, fourth area of Xcode interface, that is toolbar. So again, recall this figure, the navigator area under which 8 tools we learned, editor area under which 3 editor types we learned, standard editor, then version editor, then assistant editor, then utility area under which we learned inspector pane, inspector bar under which again we have learned file inspector, then quick help inspector. Now the fourth part, that is the toolbar, which is this top bar, which is containing the number of tools on it. So what these particular tools are? Here is the figure. So this first button is for running. Running is nothing but for building, and it will build itself and then run the application or the project. Then in between we can stop execution or terminate the execution. Then scheme, pop-up menu, which is basically, or it may be called as a scheme menu to configure the products or the whatever the files you want to build or run. Then breakpoint button, as we have learned previously, we can set the breakpoints and all. Next is the activity viewer, which is nothing but the progress or the status. Means here it is basically it may be giving you the ready and all. So status can be ready, or it may be pending, or it may be building, it may be whatever it will be running. Okay. Next is this workspace configuration, under which you will get these particular buttons or tools. Editor selector, we have learned editor types, standard editor, then assistant editor, version editor. These three buttons are there. Now view selector can be for configuration of particular view, means left button, bottom button, and right button for reporting the whatever in brief you want, whatever the information in brief you want, it is showing you according to these selected buttons. And organizer button. Now the fifth area, that is debug area. Again recall the figure, which is the last area under this particular Xcode interface. This is a navigator, then this is a editor, or we can say editor area, which we have seen earlier, and below that editor area you'll get this debug area. So what particular debug area contains? It is containing the debug bar, under which you will get some debugging tools, some buttons are there, then variable view, second this is a part, and third part is a console. So debug area, which is divided into three parts. One is the tool for debugging means debug bar. Second is the variables view, under which we can view whatever the status of variables in our code. Then third is the console. We'll learn console again. So see here, again, this is a figure which is showing you deep what the debug bar contains and how the debug area looks like. It is divided, as said, in a three parts. One is the debug bar, under which we can hide or show the debug area. Then we are having breakpoint. Then we are having program execution control. Then debug view, we can set simulator, whatever you have given. Then whatever the information regarding threads, we can navigate particular thread, or the whatever current running thread it is showing over here. Here is the console to show basically output, and here is the state variables or view variables for showing the state of variables whenever the application is in a running mode. So this is a console. Now trace document. So till this we have finished the all 5 areas or all 5 parts of the Xcode interface. Now suppose we have written code and now we want to save, we want to launch our application. What to do? So the trace document, for tracing a document or for a particular document to save, we are having save option under file menu. So that you can choose, or we can have alternative way. In file menu, you have to select save as, then give name to that particular file, and then you can save. Then profiling template, for document we can profile particular template, means we can save it as a template. How? Under file menu, you are having save as template option. Then you have to give the name of file. You have to select the destination or target of file. Then you have to select the icon and description for particular file, and then you can save. For particular save, you can have the alternative command, that is S button. You can press and then your file automatically will be saved. Now next is open. For this you can press the command O, or you can select from file menu open option. And for close, similarly from file menu, you can, sorry, this is writing mistake, typing mistake. This is a close, you have to select, otherwise you can directly hit the command W. Now launching Xcode, what it is. This is a simulator basically for launching. Either you have to download the simulator or you can have that simulator and you want to run only on that particular selecting simulator. So same as a Android. Suppose I want to create any new simulator, then I have to give name of that particular simulator, then I have to give the device type. Basically from where I pick this, I have to go to the Xcode menu, then I have to click on the open developer tool, then simulator. Okay, and you can create a simulator by using this. You can click on the create, the particular list will be shown over here, like this is actually hidden page. So it is showing you the number of versions for related to the simulators for which are similarly used in the iPhone or any iOS specific device. You have to select particular that and you have to install that, same as in your Android. So this is a figure or this is a snap which is showing you how actually this simulator will work. Whatever the coding you are writing in the editor area and you will run that particular code, then this console will giving you the output that this is running. It is showing you the specs and this is simulator on which the output will be displayed. Now launching instruments. Basically, you need to know what the instrument is. As earlier we have seen simulator, same you have to check Xcode, then select open developer tool, then simulator. Now I want to use instruments. What we can do with the instrument, I'll tell you. So the instrument is nothing but the extra resources basically which we can use for a particular project. Means we can have the particular applications as an instrument. We can examine the features like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. We can check timings. We can check simulator related information. We can track the source code problems. Then we can optimize particular application by saving the memory. We can find out the memory leaks. We can save the memory. We can manage the memory. Then we can have the troubleshooting information and all. You can see here number of instruments are provided under which I'll select suppose blank instrument and then I'll do particular installation regarding or I'll set up that particular instrument and I'll save that particular instrument and I just run that particular application. It may be Bluetooth, it may be Wi-Fi or anything set up related to that particular application. I'll download and I'll use that and run my particular application by using instruments. So thank you so much. I hope so you'll get all these idea will be clear.